I'm here in Edenville, just downriver of the Edenville Dam. We're going to be putting the canoe in right quick here soon. Jessica's with me here today, so she's going to be in the back of the canoe again steering, and I'm going to be in the front of the canoe. I got a few of the GoPros set up to film our voyage here again today. Don't turn us sideways. Might get a few rapids that we're going to get up on over, but we're going to go up here around the bend, get up there to Edenville Falls, then hopefully we'll be able to portage the canoe over the sediment that's blocking the old river path, get the canoe in the old river path, and then canoe right up behind the Edenville Dam. So that water right now is pretty stagnant, so let's get the canoe in the water and we'll see how this adventure goes. Okay, we just made it over these rapids behind us. That's the M30 bridge behind us, the south portion. These rapids here were a little too strong to canoe over, so I ended up just jumping out and pulling us over them. Right now it's probably about 2-3 feet deep where I'm standing. These ducks over here are farm ducks, as you can clearly see. That white one is not an albino mallard. And I did forget my head mount for this GoPro, so that one won't be attached to my head, but I will have this one attached to the front of the canoe, and I'll pick up this one in my hand every now and then when we see something interesting to record. And I have this other one here as well. So we'll continue paddling up here a little bit further, see what we get around the bend. Jumping into some drone video now. This is the path that we paddled up with the canoe. A couple of those rapids right there on the bottom of the screen. So this is actually where we put in and started paddling. Right here is the first bend that we went around. A couple stones and rocks in this area. And the drone's actually facing and flying towards the north right now. Over on the left hand side of the screen, you'll notice a lot of those trees that are leveled. That is from where the embankment let go, and all that rushing water over a year ago came hurtling through here. On the left hand top corner where I'm turning the camera to right now is the sediment that's blocking the old river path. We can just see that old river path entering the screen now. This will need to be removed when they redirect water flow over top of the Edenville Dam and repair the hole in the embankment where that water is currently flowing through with the new river path. We can see Edenville Falls right there near the center of the screen. Very picturesque area, but it's kind of interesting to see how the landscape was changed here where that embankment failed. A lot of sand and clay has just been washed out. This is all the way down to our bedrock in Michigan, which is considered clay. I'm going to go up and fly up the old river path now. You can definitely see a change in the color of the water. It's a lot more greenish in color, and it's not moving, so it is pretty stagnant. These dark green areas in the center of the river path are actually some seaweed, some algae. And now when I'm editing this back, I can actually see there's a bald eagle down there flying on the left-hand side of the screen, so that's pretty neat. I'm not able to see those details on the little tiny screen when I'm flying the drone. Up near the top of the screen is the Edenville Dam entering now. Tittabawassee River is flowing behind it. A couple rapids on that side of the dam up near the north side of the Edenville Falls. And over here on the right is the new river path. So I'm going to go ahead, keep panning the camera around, and we'll be able to take a look down that way. The drone is actually facing towards the west right now and moving more towards the south. So this is the top view of the Edenville Falls, looking down on them right now. Probably about 200 feet in altitude at this point. But I'll go around and we'll get a good view from the other side, and we kind of see how they do branch into two separate areas right where they do enter the falls, and there's a large peninsula that has not been eroded away. I'm going to go ahead, pivot the camera around a little bit further. We're now facing kind of towards the northwest as I tilt the camera up in that location. It is interesting though, just kind of looking at the landscape changes in this area. I will actually go back from a year ago when I was here and show the differences in the Edenville Falls. Okay, we finally made it to the falls. It's kind of hard to see them there right here though. This area right here is actually the old river path. So the old river path is right on the other side of all the sand here. This will be cleared out and the old river path restored probably in the next couple months here when work starts here. But we're actually going to go probably eat lunch up here by the falls area in the shade here, and then we're probably going to take the canoe, portage it over the sediment that's blocking the old river path, and then hopefully we're able to throw the canoe in the old river path and paddle right up behind the Edenville Dam. Downriver here, it was quite shallow in quite a few spots that we were hitting gravel with the oars, so it was a little hard to paddle, especially with how rapidly the water is moving today, but we were able to make it. I do want to mention though that this property here is private property, so you are fine to stay in the river path, but you're not supposed to get out onto the land. That would be considered trespassing if you are venturing in through other people's property here, or get off this river path and get onto land onto someone else's property. So we're just gonna go up here and eat lunch real quick. Here was where we ate lunch real quick, so you can get a little bit better view of the falls just up here around the bend. We'll go over on the other side and I'll show you guys those a little bit better. But yeah, Jessica, how was lunch? I know you guys liked the last video that Jessica tagged along on, so make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you want her to join on some more. And let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below. So this was kind of a user requested video too, to kind of come up here, show the Edenville Falls in the old river path. But it's just kind of neat exploring this area. I was here about a year ago with David Randall. We walked up this whole side, showed the falls. Fish just jumped right there, and you can just see his little dorsal fin a little bit. Looks like a carp. But anyways, I'll be able to show you guys how the falls have changed in a year. Quite a dramatic difference. And look at this wall that we're standing right next to here. All clay up near the top. These all look like most predominantly cedar trees, maybe a couple white pine trees, and then beneath that, just a lot of sand. Bless you. So this wall here looks probably about 50 feet tall, just for a comparison. And when that embankment failed, let me go up a little bit higher here. You can just see the dam there. The sand there is where the earthen embankment failed, and all that water from Wixom Lake came rushing right down through here. This area used to be all trees and forest. Wiped out all those trees in a clear line path all the way from there, all the way straight down towards the M30 bridge, which you can't see from this area. This old oak tree here withstood a lot of the brunt. There's actually 2 trees in the path of the destruction that actually withstood all that tree debris coming against it. You can see how much is piled up against the trunk. Maybe I'll film that when we go over that way. But yeah, let's go over to that side. I'll show the falls a little bit better. Then we'll head back down, probably portage over right here and end up in the old river path. We got the canoe over here on the west side of the river now. Pulled it out of the water. Now we're gonna go ahead, walk up here to the fall area. Jessica's trying to avoid the sinking clay because she just stepped in it, so hopefully she stays on the rocks. A lot of wildlife here by the falls. There's an eagle just up here in the tree. I'm not sure if you're able to see it, but he's way off there in the distance. I didn't bring the zoom camera to be able to zoom in on him. I'm sure we'll see him fly pretty soon here though, as we keep walking a little bit closer, but he's just sitting there waiting for a fish to come over by these falls and probably grab him to eat. You can see them quite frequently on the live camera that I have in this area. The live camera is just behind me here towards the south. So again, this is the Tittabawassee River. Here's a dead carp right here. So he probably was caught by that eagle there and was food. Just kind of neat walking up along here though. Looks like this is a little stream coming in from the west side. There's a lot more sinking clay. Don't step in it. Got a really nice day out today. It's probably about 75 degrees. Sun's out. We're supposed to get some storms later on today. Look at the carp. See there's the carp right there. There goes one. That black area there's the fin of one. So So there's still quite a few carp in this area. That's why it makes it so easy pickings for these eagles to just come get them. There's another one, black shadow. What'd you say?
Okay.
There's another one. See, they're big. That thing's got to be 3-4 foot long. A lot of people do still come in this area to fish. There's another 2 big carp there. But all I gotta say is if you do come up in this area, just make sure you're picking up after yourselves. We've already picked up quite a bit of trash here today. I know it's quite a big issue, so if you do come up here to come fish or check out the area, make sure you're definitely picking up after yourself. And here is the falls.
Okay.
So go up here a little bit further. Another dead carp. Huge hole. So yeah, it definitely smells quite a bit. A lot of stagnant water. That thing is deep though. Can't even see the bottom of it. Quite a few of these holes up here in this area too. When that embankment failed right here, that water came rushing through. I think I saw a special on this before of a different area that big water rushing over an area landscape causes these big holes. I'm not sure exactly what the phenomenon is called, but that is what causes it. Falls are pretty cool though. And right there is the Edenville Dam. Oh, here's a good shot of the eagle now. See him right there in the tree. I'll zoom in a little bit closer. Hasn't flown yet. Quite a few carp here. Maybe I'll go down there and see if I can catch them with hands, by hand. A little bit of water coming over here on this side, but most of the water splits here and goes over this side of the falls, and some over here on this side, loops around, comes back a little bit here. We'll go up here a little bit closer and show you guys what it looks like, maybe from the top side of the falls, downriver.
Oh, get him!
He touched my leg.
He's back here. Go get him. Go get him. This eagle's sitting up here in that tree over there. Probably thinking we're crazy. Jordan's just in the waterfalls now. That's dead. It doesn't count. That's gross. Oh.
Well, here's a video right up close behind the falls. I'm not sure if you could even hear me with the roaring water. It's trying to catch some of these carp over in here. Fortunately, doesn't look like I'm quick enough. I did have a couple in my hand, but they're just so slippery. They kind of just slip right through your hands. Look at how big of a drop this is right here. There's no way you'd be taking a canoe or kayak over these ones here. And then there's another split over here on this side. Jessica's up here on the top. I just decided to come down here so you guys can see this real quick. The eagle up here is probably making fun of me. He's probably doing a little bit better job at catching these fish than I would. But this area right here behind the falls is super deep, a lot more deep. There's the actual carp right there. So looks like they're just so close, but they're definitely hard to catch. That area there is probably 5-6 feet deep right beneath them, and it's about 3 feet right here in front of them. Pretty neat area though. Here's the view from the top of the falls. So right down there is where I was just standing. Now up here at the top, the water is super warm up here where it's very shallow. More trash. Again, people pick up after yourselves. Water is only at most a foot here. And then it kind of goes over here on this side, splits up there, and some goes down over here on this side. That's pretty cool, seeing that hit that clay. No wonder that is eroding so fast in this area. And then ending up downriver there. Jessica's back there. I'm gonna walk out here a little bit further, then we're gonna head back in the canoe and going the old river path, which is right over there on the other side of that sand. Water is definitely moving really fast here. Good thing this clay is not super slippery where I'm standing. Now I'm out here kind of on this point. So, falls over here on the right-hand side and falls on the left. Pretty cool area. The next two video clips were filmed on July 8th, 2020, so almost a year ago now, and pay close attention to the falls in this area. All the dark spots as well are carp and bass. Again, this was back a year ago, so there was a lot more fish, but look at how different the falls are to the left. Bunch of carp. Could probably go down there and grab them with your hands.
Tell you what, you hook one of those, you'll know it.
Yeah.
The way they go. Crawl along the bank on the other side.
Oh yeah. They're all along that edge over there too.
We got the game fish over here too. So they just underneath them.
Yeah, up on the top. A couple more over here. A couple more carp right here in this pool. Nice shot of the falls up there. This is just some drone video of the falls back on July 8th, 2020. You can definitely see how much these have back cut. Looks like the falls were a little bit more gradual back then. And over on the left-hand side, a little more gradual, and on the right-hand side, it's a straight down drop. So definitely can see the difference compared to now when I was filming there. I also decided to overlay video from July 8th, 2020 and the last time I was out there. You can definitely notice some differences between the falls and how they have changed over the years. The next few clips I will actually separate these out so that you're able to see them full screen and pick up on a few more of those details for comparisons. So again, this was on July 8th, and you'll notice that the current location where the falls were was right kind of where that little creek was cutting in from the east side that I mentioned earlier in the video. So a lot different. And now when I go actually to current day, when I was out there on June 20th, right now, you'll notice that falls have moved actually to the northwest quite a bit. I'd say between 50 and 100 feet. You can maybe kind of notice where that creek is coming in on the east side once again and get kind of a comparison of how far that these actually have moved. For some reason, the audio didn't record in this section, so I'm just going to do a quick voiceover. We did portage the canoe over to the old river path. That's what you're seeing directly in front of me here now. And over on this side is the new river path. And this is right here where the dam let go. You can see all the trees are leveled. But these two trees here directly in the center were able to withstand all that force on them. You can see just how many trees are completely just wrapped around these. Not sure what kind of tree these are. They do look like oak trees. Back there in the background is the M30 bridge, and over here is the Edenville Dam. Again, we're standing right where all that sediment is, blocking the old river path. I'll maybe pop up a picture in the upper right-hand corner so you can see exactly where this location is. And over here on the old river path, there were a few fish. You can see one jumping right there on the right-hand corner of the river path. It's amazing that these fish were able to live in the stagnant water all last year, even during that hot summer temperature. Again, the water here is not very deep, 3 to 4 foot deep in most places, gets up to 6 feet, and this is the only little bit of running water coming from the old river path over into the new river path. So we're going to go ahead, get the canoe in the water, and head up to Edenville Dam. There's a big bald eagle that just flew over us. There's the Edenville Dam there. And there's a turtle sitting right here on this tree stump. Not sure what this is up here. Almost looks like a old hunting blind, maybe a little cottage. It's like everything's built out of cedar wood. Yeah, go up there. Looks like a painted turtle. He's probably gonna jump in the water pretty soon. Just sitting on the log sunning himself. Let him look at us. There he goes. Yep. Now he can enjoy the water. Right here on the river bend of the old river path, there's just a huge oak tree right there. That thing's gotta be at least 3-4 foot across. Very old tree. There goes a fish just jumped in front of us too again. So we'll continue on, canoeing up this way, and end up right here behind Edenville Dam. We're getting a little bit closer to the backside here of Edenville Dam. Here's the old floats that used to tie across here on the back of it so that people would stay far enough away from the dam. It ripped off that entire wall that used to be here, and the cement piece used to be on this side, holding it there. There might actually be one of those existing cement pieces. We'll canoe up a little bit closer to the back side of it here, and then we'll head out. We are now right behind Edenville Dam. This is the old spillway. You can see how rough a condition it is. Look at all that rebar that's just bent. Old kind of path that used to be able to use to clear the sediment on the other side of the dam. Couple signs that say keep off the concrete. Again, this property now, the bottomlands as well, is owned by the Four Lakes Task Force, so don't trespass here. They do have some cameras set up on this tower right here, so they are still monitoring, even though this looks like it is abandoned. They are still monitoring this area, so just don't come in here, venture, and try exploring in an abandoned dam. I know it would be pretty cool, and I would like to do that as well, but it is dangerous. That's the reason you're not supposed to be coming in here. A lot of carp though. One just took off in here. Quite a few turtles. I'm surprised they're still in this kind of old river path area with all the stagnant water. We'll maybe go on the other side of the cement right here and come up a little bit closer to the back side of the powerhouse, but this is what the downriver side of the old existing Tanner gates up here and spillways are. So the new river path is just on the other side of this clay area here, and that is where the embankment failed and sent all that water rushing down in that area. Now we are directly behind the spillways. There's a lot of barn swallows building nests up here, probably have some babies as well. And the spillways would be right down here underneath the powerhouse. Pretty cool seeing this area though. Not sure what's in this building. Hopefully eventually we will get a tour of the insides of these when they go to maybe demolish these. But like I said, there's cameras here. There's a camera right there beneath that light, and there's one up there on that tower, so don't be coming in here. It is trespassing and it is not allowed. So just keep watching my videos if you want to explore certain things like this, and let me know if you're enjoying this in the comments down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. We're done here now though. We're gonna go head back down the old river path and then maybe fly the drone a little bit, then head out of here. It was definitely pretty cool here today, exploring this area. Gonna turn the camera around now. So just me and Jessica out here today, having a fun day and bringing you guys along for the ride. We made it back to the old river path where the sediment is blocking it here. Here is the river path behind us. The water behind us here in the old river path was between about 6 feet and 3 feet. Up behind the dam it gets really shallow, less than a foot, but most of the area in the middle here was around 6 feet. So I guess that's why some of those fish, some of the bass and carp, made it through last year behind here. Again though, in the summertime though, I think the water temp would get pretty hot here. I'm not sure how they survive. So let's go ahead, get the canoe loaded up on the canoe cart, portage it over to the new river path, and head back to the truck. The canoe portage went pretty good from the old river path to the new river path. Canoe cart, I gotta figure out a little better situation. Right now I'm just strapping it down with these adjustable bungee cords. I think I might go ahead and try ratchet strapping it next time, see if that will hold this a little bit more center the cart down, because when you hit a rock, it just wants to stay in one area and keep sliding back a little bit further. Jessica's having fun here, digging a hole with the paddle.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead, throw the canoe back in the water. Got a couple rapids that we'll be going over, so that'll be a little bit fun. And then we'll be back to the truck, load up the canoe, and head out of here. Pretty neat exploring today. The falls over there. Carp just jumped right there. And exploring the old river path in Edenville Dam right behind us here. Boulder straight ahead.
That's a nice boulder.
I'm gonna make a direct hit.
I did. I hit it like Titanic earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
I know. Here's the old someone's boat left, or dock piece.
Which way?
To the right.
All the way?
Maybe right between the two rocks.
Which two?
These two.
Big two?
Yeah, because there's rocks between these two.
I think there's rocks between them all.
Maybe shoot the gap. That looks like a pretty good area. Rock. Oh, that's good.
I know, I'm talented.
Actually, that looks like clay almost. Oh, yeah, we're definitely gonna hit these. Maybe we should have went to the right. Well, let's see if I can pull us over it. Oh, there's a carp. There he goes. Look at him. He's a big one. Let me see if I can grab him. I had him!
I felt him on the bottom.
Holy cow, look at him.
Now you pushed him off.
Where'd he go?
He's gonna get us.
Here he comes.
Oh my god. Jordan! He got me all
You got a little wet.
No,
There's our excitement for the day.
that's not excitement.
If I would have had both hands, I think I would have
You should have gave me the
been
GoPro.
able to grab him. Yeah, I should have gave you the GoPro.
Oh god, now you
Yeah,
can them.
he probably went under the tree where it's deeper over there. Well, that was fun.
No. I literally felt him go under the boat.
Well, you should have stopped him. With the paddle, blocked him off.
I think he'd go right at it.
Think I can get back in? Okay, think you're steering us? Jumping in. Jumping in. Okay. Oh. Oh! Made it. Where's the?
A little help here.
Oh, we're gonna go over in the bank. I can't paddle one-handed, you said.
Yeah, but it's better than nothing right now.
Okay. One more set of rapids to go.
Look, the ducks.
Oh yeah, lots of them are back. So I see 3 ducks. I don't see the white one, so One of those might be the farm ducks, but some are actually wild as well. Look like mallards. We'll see if we can get a little bit closer to them before they fly. We've seen quite a few ducks today. A group of 6 that flew over. A lot of mallards. They like the rapids for some reason.
Fish.
Yeah. Must be quite a bit for them to eat there.
That's why the bears go to the rapids.
And the eagles.
Yeah.
Well, seeing why, the carp was pretty easy. There goes the hen. Looks like there's one hen and one drake left. There they go. Up and around.
I don't know how well we're gonna go over these.
Well, we'll see. If we start getting stuck again, I'll hop out and pull us over. Stay right in the middle there. That looks like where it's the deepest.
Where is it right now?
Right here, right in the middle. Yeah. Don't turn us sideways.
Whoa! Here!
Don't turn us sideways.
Whoa! Here!
Well, we almost went over. Worst thing possible that happened, getting stuck sideways right on the rocks. At least we made it over those rapids good. But we made it to our exit, so I'm gonna go ahead, get the canoe out of the water, and load it up now. We're facing north up the Tittabawassee River. See how lush and green it is. Up there, there is no further water coming over from the Tobacco River in this area, so this is completely the Tittabawassee River watershed. And again, entering the bottom of the screen right there is that sediment that is blocking the old river path. So work should be starting here very soon. We'll be able to see this work ongoing through the downriver Edenville live camera. So that will be exciting to see. We're also able to see the backside of the Edenville Dam from that camera. So we'll be able to see it from the north side and the south side, be able to see all the work that's going on here. Now as I kind of pan the camera around to the left, this is where the water was flowing over from the Tobacco River. That is the Tobacco River entering the left-hand side of the screen there now, and that water is flowing over the Tobacco River once again. A few excavators there along the M30 temporary causeway bridge. They are repairing and doing some erosion control work on the sides of the dam. Again, back facing towards the north, and I will slowly kind of follow the river path down, now facing towards the west. And at the bottom of the screen, we can see all those trees that were wiped out. Few of the rapid area entering the screen right there. And now we are facing towards the south. So I'll start to tilt the camera back up now that we are facing south. We can see how all these trees are just laid down like toothpicks when the Edenville embankment failed over a year ago. That is the M30 bridge right there. Jim Sperling's house over on the left-hand side of that bridge. Does look like they have a good access road in there right behind his house now as well. To be able to access that bridge, they put a lot of riprap down to stop erosion around the concrete pillars that are holding up that area. The river path entering from the right-hand side of the screen is the Tobacco River. That conjoins back up with the Tidwassee River right here in the center of the screen and forms this confluence. And the bridge just to the south of here is the Curtis Road Bridge. If you keep following this river even further to the south, you will end up in Sanford Lake and then end up in Sanford Village. So again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it. And let me know what you think of this video in the comments down below. Also, if you want Jessica to join in a few of the next videos, make sure you leave those comments in the description down below as well. Till next time, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below. As always, I just want to give a massive thanks to the people who support me on Patreon. Never underestimate the value of your contribution to keeping this channel going. Thank you.